challenges he is facing and that we are facing as a state are?
Well, we're still facing the enormous problem fiscally of pension and health benefit costs. Now, we've done some significant reforms and saved $120 billion over the next 30 years, and I'm very proud of those reforms.
Did you go far enough?
No, I didn't go as far as I wanted to, but I went as far in the last conversation we just had about, compromise. I went as far and probably farther than Democrats ever thought they would in terms of fighting the public sector unions on this.
Why do you have to, quote, fight the public employee sector?
Well, because they want everything.
Governor, they want everything.
Yeah.
Across the board, all of them, they want everything.
Predominantly. Predominantly, and I think...
As opposed to simply, dare I say, and by the way, full disclosure, the NJEA is a major underwriter of our programming in support of public broadcasting, as opposed to protecting their members.
Well, listen, we could do a whole show on this.
Okay,
but the fact is this. The bargains that they have struck in the past by using their enormous...
Previous governors.
Yes, and legislatures, using their enormous financial, political muscle, have been bargains that have come close to bankrupting the state and will ultimately bankrupt the state and its citizens. And it's simply unacceptable and can't go forward. And it's the biggest challenge, and the new governor will see that. He will come to acknowledge that. And by the way, he acknowledged it back in 2004 when he did a report for Governor Cody.
As the head of the commission looking at this. By the way, there's a Communication Workers of America. There's a whole range of public employee unions. I want to be clear here.
Sure. But they all
Do you take out police and fire? Do you separate police, those who are on the police force, fire departments, those public servants? You separate them out in terms of what they want?
Well, I separate the members out, but their unions are part and parcel the same. They just are, Steve. I mean, listen, they're fighting right now to not have a 2% cap on their salaries, which we've had now for nearly 8 years. They're fighting not to have that done. Yet, we have the second highest paid police officers in America, and we have the highest paid firefighters in America. When is enough enough? They've got one of the richest pension systems in America. They have Platinum Plus health benefits that cost in the range of $30,000 to $35,000 a year for family coverage that the taxpayers of the state are paying for.
Governor, where do you go back to the teachers thing for a second? Where do you think the perception on the part of a significant number of folks has come from that believes that on some level you have been at, quote, war with public teachers in public schools, that there's a, quote, war on teachers? Now, I know you differentiate between...
That's the creation of the union, because that serves their purposes. You see, when the executive director of the NJEA makes $1.2 million a year, and the average teacher makes $75,000 a year, who do you think is most interested in protecting the status quo, Steve?
But isn't that the question of the membership to decide that?
No, because much of that money is, all of that money that they get paid is collected by the state, distributed to the teachers union, and required of the members by state law. So we've put ourselves in the middle of this situation. They can't voluntarily get out of the union. They must pay their dues by law. We put ourselves in that situation at the end of a loaded gun, political gun, by the teachers union.
By the way, to that end, we will have the leadership of the New Jersey Education Association, of the Communication Workers of America moving forward, talking about these issues and the issues the governor raises, because they're not going away, because there is a pension crisis in this state. Shifting gears.
Yep.